If you're gonna say that, then you're gonna say that every third-person game on mouse and key plays bad.
If you are looking for a game of this style and you want to have fun, just go and play Rogue Company.
Fuck
Rogue
no.
Company is a million
Absolutely not. No.
times. We are back with another Do Not Play, and this one is for veiled experts. The reason this is a Do Not Play is because this game is free to play, or it's free to download and then you can play it or whatever. You don't have to pay any money to actually play the game up front. However, down the line they have said they're going to add in a battle pass system to add more depth to the game. But this game is absolutely awful. It focuses on a bomb defusal mode, and there are two variants of it. You've got a 3v3, you've got 5v5. In the 3v3, you're playing a best of 7, so it's first to 4 rounds wins. And in the 5v5, it's best of 9, so first to 5 rounds wins. Then you also have Team Deathmatch, and this is a third-person shooter. But this has mechanics from about 100 different video games, all just mix and matched into one to see if they can
If he just whines about personal preference shit, I swear,
pull
bro.
off something that would attract people.
That's what it sounds
And it's
like
currently
based off
sitting
his
in a
tone
mix, I think
already.
it's had about 600 reviews or something, and it's not a very good game whatsoever, and I don't think it ever will be in the future. For a start, you have characters in terms of, like, there's something like you would see in Overwatch. It is like heroes sort of thing. But these characters have skills or abilities, whatever you want to call them, and some of them are based on RNG. For an example, the first character you see, the one at the top of the character select screen, has an 85% chance when using the skill, has an 85% chance to heal for 5 HP, and has a 15% chance to heal for 50 HP. You get 100 health in this game, then you get 3 armor plates which are all 50 each, so essentially it's 250, but your health pool is limited to 100, and you have an 85% chance of healing for 5% of your health, and you have a 15% chance of healing for 50, so it's an RNG based skill or ability that you have for a character. But me and Lewis sat there, we chose a character, went through the tutorial, started playing, we started with Team Deathmatch, and every single mode in this game has this magnetic field that eventually closes in and makes the map smaller. But these maps are already small
I don't know.
enough as
I'm
it
not
is,
hearing anything yet.
especially for a third-person shooter.
Also, I'm very much here to hate, so
Because
yeah.
you've got corner peeking and
But
stuff
he
like
is too,
that.
so we on
but
the
the
same
maps
time.
get even smaller. Team Deathmatch is more like it moves around, but the bomb defusal, they get smaller until you get to, like, it closes in for the first time, gives you zone 2. The second time it closes in, you're in a really, really small area all set around the bomb. But Team Deathmatch absolutely sucks. You get knocked down, and when you are knocked down, you can still roll around, you can still shoot with a pistol, and not only that, if you're playing bomb defusal, you can still plant and defuse the bomb when you're in a down state, which makes no fucking sense at all. The movement and the controls and stuff in this game are really janky, they're clunky, it's horrible to play. But
not
Team
really.
Deathmatch,
What the fuck is he talking about? If you're gonna say that, then you're gonna say that every third-person game on mouse and key plays bad.
is awful.
You move the
It's
exact
not even
same.
based on kills.
And on top of that, you can just change your fucking keybinds.
It's based on a score system, and the score goes up to 120, and it's not an enjoyable experience whatsoever. Plus, I've also heard there's quite a few hackers that have been found in the game. So, like, the anti-cheat in this PvP game
All
is
this
basically
is just like, this game isn't for me, so I'm gonna make a video to hate on it.
which is already a red flag even for a
But my
free-to-play
nigga, just
game.
don't play it.
And I've seen a lot of people bashing the publisher in the like reviews and stuff for it, because this game is published by Nexon, and I believe they gave a cease and desist to a game that was made called Dark and Darker. They didn't let it get released, basically started up a lawsuit saying that the game had stolen property or something like that. I don't know the ins and outs. But then you load up this game, and it feels like a mixed match of, like, loads of different games out there, but the one that stands out the most, and it feels as though they've stolen
That's
quite a
every
few
game.
ideas
That's really every fucking game. Every game steals from each other.
from is Rogue
They shouldn't have done a
Company.
cease and
So they're
desist. I
hypocritical
get that, but
because
that's
they
really
don't
every
want
game
anyone
now.
stealing their assets and ideas and stuff, yet they're happy to go out and steal from a bunch of different games, the ideas and everything, and just chuck it all into one. But yeah, this game only has 3 different modes, and the 3v3
It's in
bomb
early
defusal
access.
is by far the most enjoyable one, but it still sucks because you basically get, like, X-ray vision in this game. They've put systems in place to try and stop camping being the magnetic field, which is a battle royale feature, and they've also got scan grenades. You chuck this grenade, it sends off this pulse, and it gives you a massive red highlight and shows you exactly where the enemies are. However, players are still camping in this game. They're still finding ways to camp in this video game.
Yeah,
and it's
obviously.
also taken quite a bit from CSGO as well. Because it doesn't matter if you're playing TDM, if you're playing the bomb defusal mode, at the start of every single round, you have a shop. You go into the shop, you buy your guns. The first round, you start with a pistol.
We damn near halfway through the video. I ain't heard a single reason. Anything that's just based off pure personal preference. If you don't like the controls, switch up your keybinds. Because I didn't like that they put walk on alt. I moved that shit to left control. And I put the shoulder switching on E and the leaning on my mouse buttons. Problem solved.
You make $2,000 for round completion or whatever, and after that you can then buy an AR or an SMG, or you can get a sniper or something like that. And not only that,
I don't like Rogue Company that much. That's the closest comparison. I don't shit on the game because I just don't play it. Like I don't like it that much. Because I feel like there's no recoil at all, and like once you get good at it, it's kind of it. Never felt like challenging at all to play that game, but like this one does.
It's got the longest loading times I've ever seen, and they put out an update saying that they had fixed a load of stuff like to do with matchmaking. Yeah, no, it still takes well over like 2 minutes to actually find a game when there's like 4,000 people concurrently playing. And I saw people saying that they had 10-minute waits when there were 10,000 concurrent players. But another weird thing is, I believe this game launched at 5 p.m.
That actually is an issue. The
time
matchmaking is an issue. It did take me like, I think I sat in the ranked queue for like 6 minutes.
The 18th of May, and I was going to play this game with Lewis.
We got 1 point halfway through the video.
I did
We're
eventually
moving now. I didn't mean to I'm full screen.
Get around to playing with Lewis, but we had to wait a whole extra day because they released it at 5 p.m. and they didn't open the servers until 4 a.m. the following morning. So they released the game in early access, and 11 hours later, you were actually able to play the game. So that's already ridiculous within itself. But as I said, there's just so much
that's not what happened. I played
stuff in this game. Like, if you are in a down state, you are downed. Why the fuck are you able to still go around planting and defusing bombs, shooting people, and
because
rolling?
You're still alive.
You can combat roll in a down state. And not only that, you have shoulder switching. I didn't think it was in the game like at first, but I managed to find it. It's left alt on your keyboard. You have shoulder switching.
I managed to find it. Nigga, they got the whole keybind section.
But you have shoulder firing, so you hold down your right mouse button and it's just your typical like ADS in a third-person shooter. But it's not anything like that because the weapons are so inaccurate when you are firing from the shoulder. The best way I found to kill people in this game is to tap your right mouse button and go into a...
That is the entire point. The shoulder ADS is not supposed to be as accurate as the first person ADS. That is the entire point of it.
There were a few gunfights where I was maybe 2 feet, like 2 or 3 feet away from the enemy, and it felt like I was 250 yards away from a barn door trying to get
he's dragging it because I never had an issue.
The amount of spray from close is stupid.
I never had an issue with the shoulder
TTK is
ADS.
also terrible in this game. Sometimes you kill people really, really fast, and other times you just don't. It's so...
That's because you go at the bottom of the screen, you can see it right now. At the beginning of the game, you got 50 shield. Then you can upgrade this 100, and you can upgrade to 150. So the TTK is going to change as those upgrades get onto the other team.
And the maps, well, the maps are horrible. And when you're playing bomb defusal, your lanes...
I don't like some of the maps, though.
There's pretty much no lanes at all. And the maps are tiny as well, but they are so narrow. Some of the maps they give you, some of the areas. Because for some of the maps, you'll have the entire map, but your playing area will be tiny. It's really, really small. I would say, think of a typical small sort of... Think of Nuketown from Call of Duty.
It is not Nuketown. What the fuck is he talking about?
Really, like, popular map. A lot of players play shooters.
You can see the map right here. Does that look like Nuketown to you?
Know about that map. Think of Nuketown, but make it 20-25% smaller. And I get it. It's...
He's genuinely on bullshit. I don't know what he's talking about.
3v3 bomb defusal.
The 2 points I can give him is some of the maps not being good, and the matchmaking being ass because it takes a long time.
You've got really small maps, but it's so
But when he said the fucking TDK, like, nigga, well. Yeah, you can upgrade the shields. Of course the TDK is going to go up.
They've also chucked in this parkour system. You can climb up walls and stuff. And it's just a really, really bad feature because there's one map that me and Lewis played in the 3v3 bomb defusal mode. And this map, you just, like, if you was on the defending team, you would just climb on top of the roof that's in the middle of the map, and you've got the high ground. You've got the advantage over the enemy every single time. Pretty much the only way you're going to lose a gunfight is if you're trying to cover one side and an enemy flanks and climbs up behind you. Other than that, there's not really a way to lose a gunfight when you're sat on that roof.
That's why they have the
yeah,
underground
there are
route,
so
though.
many poor features in this game. It really is not worth wasting the time it would take to download this game and load it up. Load times are awful. Matchmaking times are horrible. It took 11 hours for them to bring this.
That's why I would say free-to-play games, just try it. I get maybe he's a game reviewer, so I get it, but when you're just on here to hate and everything off, nitpicky personal preference shit, like
downstate, the maps are tiny. There's a wheat field, and you can't even see like pretty much
the wheat field map is ass.
I
hate that map genuinely.
It's an absolute disgrace of a release. I really don't think this game will go anywhere. My recommendation is to steer well clear of it. Do not play this game. If you are looking for a game of this style and you want to have fun, just go and play Rogue Company. Rogue Company is
absolutely not. No.
Times better than this game. Easily. This game is
Rogue
awful.
Is not, no.
And I don't say that lightly. Like, I really did not enjoy my time with this game. I had the smallest amount of fun playing on the 3v3 because it was a lot more strategic.
Well, let's just look at the comments. This nigga hating heavy. Veiled Extras is great. It's brutal, but it's brutal but great. There may be hackers. There are hackers in every fucking game. Get on Apex, COD. Get on Overwatch. Get on CS:GO. Get on Valorant. Hackers. Veil is awesome. Everything's for every game. It's fun for casual. I can agree with that. Rogue Company over. What's EA? Are they talking about EA like the company, or are they talking about EA like something else that I'm not putting together? I almost said Eternal Attack, but that's an album, so yeah, no. Choose one, but Veiled Extra's not finished yet. I think we can give him a chance. At least the Avatar's not bad. Never seen a game create. That's facts. Yeah, the Battle Pass ain't gonna add depth. They need to work on their lore. That's the biggest thing they can do to make people care about the characters. Bring the lore to the forefront. Like, the lore for the game, it's on, the only way you're gonna know about it is if you go to their site. Go to, I think, overview. Yeah, and then they have their episodes here. They post them on their Twitter and like their IG and shit, but and then they have this one I'm talking about, like, where you can see like Veiled Extras is actually a company that all the agents work for, and there's all these other organizations. Like, if they can copy Apex, make some cutscenes. Like, the opening cutscenes for the characters seem cool, so I'm like, I feel like they could create a real story, and that's not gonna be like they force you to watch it in the game, but they can make it and then like, oh, we dropped it on YouTube. They put a news page on the game when you open it every time. Just put it there like we have a background story for somebody, shit like that. But yeah, if they bring the lore to the forefront, I think then the game will have a stronger community. And I get what he's saying about the maps being narrow. They are narrow, but to say that it's Nuketown size, that's just stupid.
In terms of me and Lewis communicating and taking down enemies with callouts and stuff. And just very quickly before the end, you can trade in this game, so you can shoot someone, they shoot you, and you both go down at the same time. Then it's kind of like a standoff to see who can pistol the other one first. And not only that, in Bomb Defusal, having played multiple matches, I barely ever saw the bomb get planted, or what they call the seed. And that is probably because there is a 50-second timer for the bomb in this game. So the enemy team has 50 seconds to get to that bomb and defuse it. Plus, there's also a gadget you can purchase in the shop at the beginning of the round, which will let you defuse even faster. And without that, it's only taken about 10 seconds to defuse. So to actually plant the bomb, destroy the objective, and win that way is, not balanced in the slightest. And one more thing to note before we wrap this one up. This game has launched without any controller support whatsoever.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
all.
are
That's the
playing
major
a
thing right there.
third-person, free-to-play shooter.
It needs to be on fucking console, bro. It needs to get on console. I'm not gonna play it on console, but it needs to be there.
To bring it into the game. In my recommendation, do not play Veiled Experts. It's a horrible, horrible title. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you
hell fucking video, honestly. I came to hate, and yeah, for if you guys are both debating on earlier, it's not for me. Like this is I can respect that. But when you just start hating the game, saying it's fucking terrible off personal preference shit, or you not knowing that the shoulder ADS is gonna be less accurate than the first person ADS, that's obvious. Like, come on. Like, be honest. Did you really think that the shoulder ADS was gonna be on like as accurate as a first person ADS? All your down points are based on your own taste and not actual problems. This is exactly what I'm saying. Your own taste, not actual issue. The issues he named were the maps, which is still a slight preference, but that Wii Field map, I think a lot of people would say that map is bad. Like he said, like you can't see on that map. That shit is pretty bad. But matchmaking, controller support, and there was one other thing. With matchmaking, controller support / console gets in the game, hey man, that's it right there. It'll be fine. There is some people that genuinely hate it, but that's fine. Like if you don't like the game, you don't gotta play it. But to make a 10-minute video ranting about personal preference shit, saying it's a terrible game is bullshit, to be honest. But I mean, it's your opinion, so to each their own.